Okay, the rolling back take. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go from a knee slice pass. So however you do your knee slice, we come across. Sometimes as you do your knee slice, they beat the underhook. So my goal usually with the knee slice is to get an underhook, but let's say he beats it. Okay, so from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my body this way. I'm gonna put all my weight on his arm, trying to smash it down. So chest, you can see I lift my right foot, my heel comes up to my glute, pivot on my knee, spin, and then lay on my left side, okay? So this is a great side control position. What we're gonna do is, especially with the gi on, I like to try to stop him from turning that direction. Sometimes they'll accept here, and they'll even try to come up on top of you, so you'll be in this position, which is great. But if they don't, I try to hook inside the waist, sometimes right here on the hip, and smash down, stopping them from turning. Next, I'm gonna capture the top leg. I like to use my top right leg. I'm gonna scoop, straighten it, so he's weaker, he can't hamstring curl back as easy. If I do it from this direction, sometimes this is successful, but he's pretty darn, with his legs close together, pretty darn strong. So even if I get here and Stuart's resisting, I might beat the hook in, but I want to get this limb separated as much as I can. So from here, I try to push, get his leg going, get towards the ankle. Now he's going to be a lot weaker. Next, I'm going to snake my bottom left leg in and come up. After I've snaked this leg through, I like to use this hook, the twister hook, to try to hook under. Now you can see how I start to tip towards you. I have to be careful. I don't want to go too early and give away what I'm doing. So good pull, move just enough that this comes up, and then I'm going to put my top hook right under. So it's kind of like a triangle or a lockdown where I'm going, top of my foot is underneath his ankle, my left foot is under my knee. Now I've got a really good bite on his leg. Some options here. So what I used to do, I would reach out, grab the ankle and roll. But what I tend to notice is the further out I go, my hips go, and when I roll this way, his hips are on the ground. I want to avoid his hips being on the ground. I actually want to be under. So instead of reaching out, I think a better option would be from here. I come up, I reach, but watch how my hips don't go forward. If it's the gi, I grab that, or you can get to the knee, pull up, and get to the ankle and pull this guy in. Now with his leg bent, as I roll this direction, his hips are gonna stay off the ground. I'm gonna come under and push. So you can see how I'm actively keeping him away from me, not letting his hips go down. When I'm here, if Stuart tried to put his hips down, go ahead and push your butt down. I have enough power and leverage, not even using my hands to keep it up. Okay, now this hand's gonna be on the hip, controlling. So like I said, my legs are powerful enough, I can push him, but I might as well use my hands, they're here, right? This hand can go on the hip or the knee. So I prefer to go to the knee. That way I can get a nice rotation of his body if I need it. So as I push, I start twisting him like this direction. Now, as he falls down, I normally try to catch this arm. And then after I've caught this arm, I need to use this hand to control. Sometimes you can get the collar, other times you can reach under. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to pull and prematurely put this hook in. If I'm in this position, not only is it hard, but I'm really not attached. My chest is not touching his back, so Stuart can go out that direction and hip out. So if you put your hips that direction, exactly. And this is where a lot of people are gonna lose it. Okay, so to avoid him going down, once we have this position, can you move this direction just a touch? I'm trying to get this hook in. I'm gonna make my body move up. So a couple different ways you can do that. I can attach my arms and I can push them this direction down on his shoulders as I move my body up. Now when this hook goes in, there's much less chance of him escaping that direction. Okay, so just starting over a little bit quicker again. Knee slice, he gets the underhook. I spin, smashing his arm down, preventing him from coming on top. I get my grips, I push in, top leg hooks over, then I use my bottom leg to come up. I can go under his ankle with my right foot. A little adjustment here to get my left foot under. Now as I go and roll, I'm trying to go here when I roll, not away. So as I go and roll, I push. Now his hips are on my stomach. This is the ideal position. A little troubleshooting if you did that, and they did get their hips down. With this hook, I prefer this hook because what I can do is his hips are down on the ground. I can lift his foot up and towards his head, and see how that moves his hips? So if his hips are down and you have this controlled with your feet, what you can do is go up towards his head, up towards his head. And you can see this little pendulum movement where now I'm in control of his hips and he's back on my belly. And just as a drill, you can get a partner. Now, Stuart, can you shoulder walk out that way? You let the partner get their hips down on the ground just like that. And you just practice rocking, pendulum, rocking, pendulum, and then he walks back out. Okay, so now that you've mastered this motion, I'm back under. I'm gonna push, catch, pull, then I push down as I walk my body up to get that second hook in. That way I have a good connection with my back to his chest, my chest to his back, and down here to finish the choke. So pay attention to the different grips, how I do the hooks just a little bit different. And the biggest part is rolling underneath the partner's hips, not away, so their hips smack the ground and you lose the back. Keep moving forward.